a lot of things going on. You got a lot of amazing things going on in this golf swing, Rob. A lot of great stuff going on here. But I'm going to pause. I'm going to get us a little plane drawn on over here. Here's your original shaft plane angle. Okay, and ideally, of course, you want that shaft to be moving upward on that. I know you go a touch under, but you establish it back, fairly well here. Again, you're still coming under and then up. Granted, this was our befores, so you'll see here that this shaft is extremely vertical here. I mean, if I drew a line down here, your shaft, the butt end of your club is pointing about right here instead of out here near the base of your plane. And as we continue on up, you'll see that you're in a good position at the top Rob there. You'll see that just the hands are a touch higher than they want to be, and are fairly inside compared to how you're going to exit on this shot, and that's what the problem came out to be. So we worked on the arms staying more into the body. Okay, you can see how your hips just a touch restricted there. Make sure you allow that to turn on the way back, and I'll go up here just before we go down, and I'll draw a little safe zone here. So we want the club to be tracking back down in there, which you do a nice job of that. The only problem is that shaft is now coming way into out and going out, and the shaft is also raising. So as I take it back to the top here, we're going to check out what these hands are doing again. And if I go bring it to the top, Rob, you'll see this club, or the hands, appear. Oops, excuse me, did not want that one. The hands appear right there on the backswing, and then as we take it through and you exit, you'll see that they appear all the way out here. So what this tells me is you've actually took your initial direction or baseline of your plane, rotated it to the right, okay, and you've also you can see how vertical that shaft is, and you've also increased the angle of the plane that you're swinging on. So that's going to bump the trajectory up, and because you rotated your plane line to the right, that's going to start putting that rightward spin on that ball. And that also happened because, again, of your pivot turn, your actually right shoulder got a touch restricted, and that allowed the club face to slam over, which that didn't help those pull hooks. So as we come through here, we'll go back and we're going to check out the club face right now. See a club face here is actually laying toe up. On the other side it matches. Okay, so on this side it's toe up, on that side it's toe up. The angle that this face is matters most that they match on each side in order to produce straight shots. Okay, and you can see as you're coming through here, Rob, especially right there, see how your body's just kind of hanging back and those hands are just slinging over rather than actually getting a good turn through it. So that was the before, and I'm going to scroll us on over to the after here. Granted, this camera angle is a little shaky, I do realize. So now we're going to go back and draw your angles here as we get on over. And again, granted, you're still a touch under. Granted, that camera angle might move a touch. Reestablished ourselves here. Okay, that club goes perfectly from on your hands, up your right forearm, up the bicep, up to your shoulder. Everything matches up nicely there. You can see how your right arm is more tucked on the body as compared to before. Your left arm straight across your shoulders, and they're all on the same angle to each other. You can see your right elbows on your original line there. And I'm going to draw your safe zone back here, and this is where you want the shaft to be traveling back down under. You don't want it coming across as usual, which you do beautifully there, absolutely beautifully there. Club passes back through the bicep down the forearm, right back on hands with each other, comes back around. And you'll notice here, Rob, this is a big thing, is because on this photo here, compared with your original over here, you will see that if I go back and draw the two angles, okay, you've got your original plane there, okay, and then you got up to the top of your swing. There's your kind of safe zone, if you will. When you come along through, you'll notice here, look how much further outside that club head has traveled out there, and how much the toes actually rolled, and where your forearms are. Your right forearm on this side, you will be able to see, is much more connected, moving around the body as the here, where it's actually kind of flung out and around. So that was a huge improvement. What that shows us is that the shaft, or the path of your club, is actually moving more around in a circle, and this line hasn't been bent. The original baseline hasn't been bent out to the right.